Hello friends, in my previous video I showed you how to import a JSON file in Firebase real-time database. So this is the JSON file and these are the contents of the JSON file. So there was a problem while importing this. Here you can see that at position 0 it is share and open, and it is repeated at position 29. Here again it is share and open. So it has been copied more than one time. So anyway, in this video I will show you how to display this data in a Sketchware app and how to edit or delete this data. So here is the Sketchware app, and when I initially log in I move to admin page. Here I have added a button called JSON file data, and when user clicks on this button I move to JSON file data page. So JSON file data activity. This contains a list view, and for this list view I have created a custom view which is file items. Here I have two text views. Text view 1 is for the title and text view 2 is for date. And I have two buttons. Button 1 is delete button and button 2 is edit button. So here in components I have added a Firebase DB component called file data with location JSON file with J capital. So here you can see it is JSON file with J capital. In onCreate there is nothing, but it will automatically execute on child. This is on child added event, so this will be automatically executed. So here I have these two lists. One is list string called key list and a list map called map list. So I add all the child keys to key list and I add all the child values to map list, and then I display this map list in list view 1. Okay, so in list view 1 on bind custom view, in text view 1 I display the key data, and in text view 2 I display the key date. Here you can see this is the key data and this is the key date. Okay, so I have these key data and date displayed. Then there is this button 1 which is the delete button. So here I use the block Firebase data, Firebase DB file data, delete key, get at position of list string key list. So I delete the key. Okay, I will just show you here. So all these numbers 0, 1, 2, this will be in key list, and all this data, content, data, date, content, data, date, all this will be in list map. So here I delete that key. So this means that I will delete this key. So when I delete this key, all this data will be deleted, including content, data and date. And I set a number variable. There is a number variable called position. So I set this position to this position. And the next event which will be executed is on child removed. So in this case I delete at position of this key list and delete at position of map list, and then list view 1 refresh data. So I refresh the list view after deleting data from the key list and map list. So next is the edit button. So when this edit button is clicked, I get the data at that position of map list to a map variable. I have created a map variable here, and I get the data to a map variable, and I set the number variable position to this position, and then I use intent to move to edit data activity. Here I have two extra keys. One is the key called data, and this contains the map variable. Okay, the complete map variable converted to JSON string. And I have one more key called key, and this contains the key stored in key list, get at position of list string key list, and then there is start activity intent. So this will take me to edit data activity with two extra datas, which is these keys, data and key. So let's move to edit data activity. Here I have these three edit text. Edit text 1 is for data, 2 is for date, and 3 is for content. And I have button 1, which is save button. In components, I have added Firebase DB component, file data JSON file, and in onCreate, I use this block file data stop listening, and then I set a string variable called key to activity get extra key key. So this will give me the key which can be used to edit the data, and then I get the activity extra key data, which is a JSON string, and I convert it to a map variable called map1. Then in edit text 1 I display the key data, and in edit text 2 I display the key date, and in edit text 3 I display the key content. Okay, these three keys are there. You can see it contains data, date, and content. So this will display the data in edit text. So we can then edit the data here and click on save button. So when we click on save button, here we have to again put the data from edit text to a map variable. So here I create a new map variable called map1 and put these keys once again. Data is set to edit text 1 get text, and date is set to edit text 2 get text, and content is set to edit text 3 get text. And then I use this block Firebase DB add key, the string variable key which we received from activity get extra key, value map1. So all this will be added with this key to file data, and if some data is already there, then it will be replaced with this data, and then I finish this activity. So when this activity is finished, we go back to this JSON file data activity, and here on child changed will be executed. So in this event we set this child value to this map list at this position. Okay, position we had set earlier here in onBind custom view. Here you can see we have set the position. So after editing the data, it will refresh the data. So that's all here. Now let's check this app. So here when I click on JSON file data, okay, here you can see all the data which I have. So when I click on delete, like here for humorous, when I click on delete, it gets deleted, and like here it is drugs. So when I click on edit for drugs, here you can see all this data in edit text field. So let me change something. Let me name it drugs 2, drugs 3, and let's change the date to 8 September 2024, and let's change this solifinacin to solifinacin 3. Okay, and now save. So when I saved this, you can see the name has changed to drugs 3 and date has changed to 8 September 2024. When we click on edit, you can see this changed data. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this.